So I asked for you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. So here are your guys' questions. I'm gonna be going through it and answering some of them. So let's get started. How to gain confidence and talk to a girl in person if you are not good at talking. So if you want to get good with confidence and talking to girls, number one thing is your mindset and the frame point of the way that you're thinking. What I mean by that is, are you putting yourself in a position of authority, and are you the one asking good quality questions, or are you trying to impress the girl, or are you trying to please the girl, make her happy, whatever it may be, and then you are trying to figure out things to say or keep the conversation going? Because if you put yourself in the position of trying to figure out if this girl is good for you or not, what's going to end up happening is you end up putting yourself in a position of authority, getting her to talk about herself, getting her to actually prove herself to you, not the other way around. And that's how you get the girl more attracted to you and be more submissive just through your language. Um, Another thing as well is how many girls and people are you just talking to in general throughout the day. If you're afraid of just walking up to people, waving at people, smiling at people, and just doing whatever the fuck you want to do, then of course you're going to suck with talking to women if you can't even do this with anyone, right? So the biggest thing that I tell guys is you guys need to be able to talk to anyone, guys and girls. Be able to walk up to some dude and give him a high five, whatever it may be, just randomly. The more you do that, the more comfortable you get with just people in general, and this is what you need to get good at. Another guy asked, story on how you built AOC and the challenges you faced and where you see it going. So for Alpha's Only Club, we started it as the podcast, turned into a community for guys to, find other like-minded men. That was the biggest thing that I wanted to find, and that's what we ended up doing. And it's constantly growing every single day, with more and more fame that's coming to my name and more people finding out about who I am and what I have to say. So I think it's pretty fucking awesome. Some of the challenges that I faced was, right away getting canceled, right away having to deal with, people. I'm still getting my websites taken down to this day, getting Instagram and TikToks taken down constantly. These are challenges that you'll face if you speak the truth. Anyone who speaks the truth on social media, you're going to get taken down. It is what it is. But sadly, social media is a great way to network, and social media is a great way to find other like-minded people. Sadly, it's going to be very difficult to keep that going on, especially one page. So some of the challenges that we had to deal with was getting, one page up to 100,000 followers, and then boom, it gets banned. It is what it is. But then we had to find out, all right, cool, that's why we need to have different accounts posting the same videos, knowing that it's going to get banned, but at least them getting the name out there and finding out where it is. And also having a website that won't get taken down is a great way. And also collecting people's information and make sure you're messaging them and contacting them, or having a way to contact these people, after they find and watch your videos, is a perfect way. Another guy says, advice on selling. So I mostly learned selling through talking to women, and I know a lot of sales guys learn how to talk to women through sales. They're both the same thing. At the end of the day, you are selling yourself to women. For women, you are the product, and the better the product is, the less you actually have to sell, right? And this is the same thing with selling in itself. If the product's really good, you don't really have to try that hard to sell it. It's really you just pre-qualifying to see if the customer is the right fit or not, right? That's the beauty of having a great product and service, is you no longer have to um, lie and come up with all these ways to get the person to buy. It's just like, hey, this is what I have, fucking let's see if you're the right fit or not. And then you ask pre-qualifying questions to see if this person's a good match, if the person can afford it, whatever it may be. And then cool, you just let them buy it. A lot of people think that selling is like handling a lot of objections and everything else like that. It's like, sure, yeah, you have to handle some sort of objections once in a while, but most of the time, if you're doing everything right, by the time that you actually let the person know about what you're selling, they're already going to be wanting to buy it. It's that simple. Another guy asks, what is the life goal? What is my life goal? I think my life goal right now, currently, is to help out as many guys as possible. Try to grow every single community that I have, especially the Brotherhood, and try to really change the fucking world. And I really believe that I can change the world by helping out lots of like-minded individuals, right? Because I've seen the impact that I had on the world, and I still have on the world. So if I can create more guys like me, impacting more people, then in return I can actually change a good amount. Because realistically, I'm just gonna keep getting banned. I'm gonna keep getting banned, whatever it may be. But I realized, like, if I can help out, and create more guys just like myself, then I can actually, impact a lot of people. Because if that guy impacts 1 million people, dude, then I just impacted 1 million people through him. If this guy impacts 100,000 people, then I just impacted 100,000 people through him. And same thing with any of you guys who watch my videos. Is when I impact your guys' lives, you guys impact other people around you as well. And so that's just the power of speaking the truth. And it's not just me, it's simply just the truth, right? And who impacted my life was Coach Corey Wayne. So me through Coach Corey Wayne, I'm impacting lots of people, right? So that's the whole goal, that's the whole journey, and that's something that really fulfills me, and that's something that makes me really fucking happy, and that's something I'm willing to die for as well. Another question is, how did you get well known in such little time? Is there a secret? Well, the secret is, 1, you can't give a fuck. 2, you can't fucking quit. And 3, you just have to know how to do the right things, I guess, the right times. For whatever reason, I'm just pretty good at getting viral. I'm pretty good at triggering people. I've been pretty good at this for basically my entire life. Triggering my feminist teachers, triggering, my parents, whatever it may be. I've always been good at pissing people off. And I've also found a way now how to monetize that and how to get people to watch my stuff and actually be motivated to do something much bigger than just pissing people off. I use what I'm good at naturally to get people to click and get people to watch and get people to stay watching, right? And I have the ability to just live in people's heads rent fucking free, which is a pretty powerful tool. So I think just me naturally pissing people off and not giving a fuck really did help. I don't think it's really that much of a secret. This is just my personality and this is who I am. And, I just slowly learned over time how to go viral, what's a good video, and whatever it may be. So I guess with practice and just repeating and being open and honest to the world, yeah, I think that's just the key to being viral and being successful online. Another question is how to deal with the fear of failure and people judging you for failing. So that will be my final question, but the fear of failure mostly stems from exactly what you said, which is caring what other people think and giving too many fucks and not realizing how failure is actually a good thing. Because once you realize failure is actually a good thing, you're not going to be afraid of failure. You're actually going to want more failure. You're going to want to see what works. You're going to be more curious to see what works. And that's the biggest mindset shift so many guys need to understand is failure is not negative. Failure is an opportunity to learn. And the only time you do fail is if you don't learn anything at all. But the biggest times I've ever learned anything about women, dating, relationships, business, myself, I had to learn the hard way. I had to get my heart broken. I had to lose money. I had to waste time. These are all what seemed like failures at the time actually turned out to be really good learning experiences that help me now save more money, save more time, and actually care about who I spend my time with and who I surround myself with. Because by learning the hard way in the past, and I guess by failing, now I've realized and I could steer clear of all those things from happening. The only reason why it'd be truly a failure is if you keep repeating the same fucking mistake. But the reason why so many people don't do things in the first place is because, like you said, people care what other people think. And they think that other people are going to give a fuck. And I can promise you right now, no one cares more than you do. No one cares more than you do about any of these things. So if you constantly think about people making fun of you or how people are going to view you, then cool. Then that's your reality. And that's what's going to be true, right? But if you're like, hey, I don't really give a fuck about what anyone else thinks because I'm actually doing what they're afraid to do, then cool. Then you're also right? The guy who says he can, the guy who says he can't are both right. So the biggest thing that you guys need to learn and understand is 1, failure is not bad. 2, you need to stop caring what other people think because most people are average anyway, right? You should only listen to people that are where you want to be. Stop listening to people that are not where you want to be. Do you want to be like your teachers? Probably fucking not. Stop listening to them. Do you want to be like your peers? Probably fucking not. Stop listening to them. Do you want to be like these politicians who lie up the ass? Probably fucking not. So stop listening to them. Do you want to be like your parents? Do you? This is the biggest thing that so many people have to come to terms with is, do you want to be like your parents? And so many people are constantly listening to their parents, but deep down, they want to do something different. And I'm going to tell you right now, do you want to be like your parents? Realistically, do you want to end up just like your parents? If you really do, you want to end up just like your parents, then cool, listen to them. But most of the time, you actually really don't. And this is the hardest thing for so many entrepreneurs and so many people who want to get into business, whatever it may be, or just become their own man or become their own person, is the struggle of not listening to their parents. The struggle of their parents not approving of what they're doing. Right? Because it's the hardest thing at the end of the day for so many people is, yeah, you get to a point of not giving a fuck what society thinks, you stop giving a fuck about what other people think, you stop giving a fuck about what your teachers think. But when it comes down to your parents, the people that you actually love and the people you care about, that's where it kind of hurts. That's where it kind of slows down a lot of people. And that was, some of my hardships as well. And that's where a lot of entrepreneurs have to deal with. But the biggest thing is, if you want to be your own man, you have to create your own value system. You have to create your own goals. You have to do what you want to do, right? Because if you want to be like your parents, then cool. You always want to be your parents' kid, then cool. But at one point, you're going to have to become your own person. You have to become your own individual. And what that means is you're going to have to create your own values and beliefs and style of life. That's it. So stop listening to the people you don't want to be like. And sometimes it's even your own family. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys got some of your questions answered. If you guys want more questions answered, I'll be doing this more on my Instagram. So make sure you guys go follow my Instagram, shoot me a DM, and I will see you guys next time.